Lots going on this time. Made a sheet of fiberglass to use for later when I have to build my throttle control mount. So this is 3 sheets of fiberglass laminated together, and just set that aside for now. Started working on the window frames. So to start, I took sheets of plywood, started building the outside layup, and to get an idea. Now, this is where things took a turn. So my original idea was to build the forward-facing windows, kind of like you'd see in a commercial fishing boat. I've always liked that look. And so I started construction of that and mapped out some windows. I'm just trying to visually see what it might look like when it's on the boat. So I put it on the boat, and this is where it went wrong. I hated the look. The lines of the Double Eagle just don't match that style of boat. So I went back to rethink things, and while I was doing that, I took the old windows off the roof because I'm going to be reusing the roof, and a couple hundred rivets to remove, but got it done. Got the windows off, cleaned it up. Looks great. It's a balsa wood core with some fiberglass over top is what they use for support for the roof. These are the old windows. So I've gone back to an idea of the backward facing windows, but instead of a 45-degree angle, they'll be at a 25-degree angle. Now, this will give me more headroom. I'm going to go to a 3 front window layout instead of the original 2. Anyways, here I'm just trimming out. There was some rot where a light was mounted. So clean that out, stripped out the balsa core, and put some thickened epoxy down. Put in a piece of marine grade plywood, epoxied that into place, and then rolled out some fiberglass over top that. The white that you see kind of in there is not dry fiberglass. It's actually epoxy, thickened epoxy. Bear came to visit. We got bears going up and down the river on a regular basis, several times a day. But I thought I'd snap a couple pictures of a little old black one. I also went through and took all the snaps that used to hold the vinyl top on. Took all the snaps out, drilled them out, and then ground out the holes to get down to glass through the gel coat, and then proceeded to fill all those holes. That'll come in a later video where I'm sanding them out. So here I've cut out the plywood to get the framing of the window. I've actually cut my roof in half because I'm going to have to extend it about 6 inches. So here I'm, again, removing some of the balsa wood core. I'm going to have a few inches on either piece where I made my cut line, where I'll epoxy in a new piece of marine plywood that will be the support for my extension of the roof. So I chiseled that away. It was a bit of a pain in the butt, but really it actually went smoother than I thought it would. Then I ground out, there was some glue residue and stuff left over, so I got the high-speed grinder with the flap disc sander on it, sanded that, cleaned it up, so that way the epoxy will have a good solid surface to adhere to. And this is the finished product. The glass layup on the roof, I was actually surprised wasn't that good. There was a lot of dry spots in it, but it doesn't really support much weight. I did stand on the roof before, so I mean it is good enough. Here I've separated the distance that I need. I've laid in my window frames. These are the side frames, were to get the exact width I need. And then I went and cut some marine grade plywood and epoxied it into place. So that's where I left off. Have a great day, YouTube. More later.